It's a hot evening in Perth as the sun sets at Macedonia Park, and the Perth Glory welcome Canberra United to the West Coast for round 16 of the Liberty A-League. Last time these two teams faced each other in November, it was at Canberra's home ground, with Perth Glory taking all 3 points that day. The return leg and a chance for the girls in green to exact revenge on Perth territory is about to get underway. But first, let's take a look at how both sides are lining up this evening, starting with the home team. Two changes for Perth Glory tonight from the team that lost to Sydney FC last week. Susan Fonsonkan returns to the starting side, as does Grace Johnston. Sadie Lawrence and Grace Jarley drop out of both the starting 11 and matchday squad entirely, while Sarah Kane is replaced on the bench by a possible debutante in Clara Huaro. Well, it was a fantastic win last weekend for Canberra United, which saw them topple league leaders Melbourne City, so it's no surprise to see an unchanged starting 11 tonight. But there has been a bit of movement on the bench. Emma Ilioski returns to the matchday squad, recovering well from an ankle injury a few weeks back. Maddie Whittle also back in the matchday squad, along with another possible young debutante in Lillian Skelly, and they displace Maria Cote Rojas, Ruby Nathan and Holly Murray on the bench. As both teams making their way out onto the field. A hot evening at Macedonia Park. And what looks to be a healthy crowd too. Wonderful Perth Glory supporters coming out to support the team in purple. A tough field to travel to, as is McKellar Park. And Jess Cowart, the Philippines international, has played every single minute for Perth Glory since signing at the start of the season. And the 24-year-old has been a rock at the centre of defence and will have a big night on her hands to slow down what's been a very formidable attack that Canberra presents. Well, speaking of formidable attack, Michelle Heyman has been recalled to the Matildas squad for the first time in 6 years. It was in 2018, the last time she wore the green and gold. And with 10 goals and 5 assists for the season in green, leading the Golden Boot race in the league, she's carrying quite the form into national team camp. Well, it's been a bit of a rocky few weeks for Alex Sapakis, and no doubt a steadying win at home is part of the plans tonight. The last time the team won was on the 31st of December. In their last 5 matches, Perth have picked up just 2 from a possible 15 points. Well, the vastly experienced Rebecca Durkow is at the centre of the park for this evening, taking care of proceedings as she has a quick chat with captains Michelle Heyman and Tash Rigby. Lots of smiles at the centre of the park between the two captains and a handshake to get things underway. Well, Negos Popovic was understandably pleased with his side's result against Melbourne City last weekend. Felt like the pieces were starting to come together in what was a convincing win. Good goal scoring and holding out at the other end, the most important part for this Canberra team, which has proved that they can score goals. Just need to be a little more secure at the back, which was pleasing for the coach in green. And Susan Fonsonkamp, she too has had an impressive start to the season in purple. Had a bit of a drop-off, but is back into the starting side tonight. The 22-year-old creative midfielder looking to play her part this evening. As the Canberra girls huddled together, and Mary Stanich-Floody, to a creative midfielder, number 10 as well, on the opposing side. Well, she's had a very impressive season. The 18-year-old really proving herself at this level. Last words of instruction shared amongst teams. As mentioned, a very warm evening in Perth, still sitting just above 30 degrees Celsius. A win for Perth tonight will see them move into 4th on the table. They want to stick in the top 6, no doubt. And for Canberra United, a win would see them leapfrog Adelaide on the foot of the table. A big night for both teams. An important 3 points on the line. Last words of encouragement for the captain, from the captain rather, Michelle Heyman. A beautiful sunset at Macedonia Park as Rebecca Durkow gets us underway. And a fairly stifling day in the west. We have had confirmation that there will be one drinks break each half, given the heat. As Perth look to get their foot on the ball early, straight from kickoff. What is a 7:30 p.m. kickoff time in the west, but on the east side of the country, 10:30 p.m. or what feels as though for the girls in green. But no doubt they will have done the most they can, as all teams do when they go over to Perth to acclimatise, and equally so when Perth travel across to the east coast of the country. Well, first minute of the game. Just a bit of a rustle in the middle of the park, and here is Jess Cowart, who, as I mentioned, has played all minutes for Perth Glory. 4 players in purple this year, having played all minutes alongside Jess Cowart, Hannah Lowry, Tash Rigby and Morgan Aquino. But for now, here's Canberra driving forward. Sasha Grove, touch just gotten away from her, does manage to get the cross in, but Perth able to intercept. And Hannah Lowry looks to clear, but it's back in the hands of, or the feet, should I say, rather, of Canberra United. But Alex McKenzie's dispossessed by Millie Farrow, but she looks to be in a bit of grief after that challenge, clutching at that right heel. Of course, Millie Farrow would be a huge loss to Perth Glory should she go down. The 27-year-old has been excellent. You just see the scrape of the heel there. No malice meant, of course, there by Alex McKenzie, but those ones do hurt. She may take the time to get a bit of treatment. You saw on that challenge, just that trailing leg caught the studs of the outstretched foot of McKenzie. Well, Millie Farrow, as mentioned, the 27-year-old English woman. She's scored 6 goals for the season, so been key to Perth Glory's attack. So have another look. This is the moment. Just that trailing leg. Yeah, absolutely no malice meant in the challenge, but a really sore one to cop very early on in the game. She's a vastly experienced player is Millie Farrow. Spent a bit of time with Chelsea, Bristol City, Reading, Leicester. More recently in the United States with North Carolina. But lately doing a business here in Australia in the Liberty A-League as Perth look to get things back underway. It's Flannery doing some defending from Song Cam on the ball. Lowry searching for the run of Johnston, but turns out and was closely guarded by Vesna Milivojevic, who's defended well to send Perth back into their own half. Nice turn in the middle of the field by Susan von Songkham, trying to thread the needle. Perth can drive forward. A little razzle by Kazada, but Canberra just relieved the pressure for a moment. A few passes slightly short, inviting some crunching tackles early on in this piece. You can hear the shouts of Alex Apakis on the sideline being picked up in the effects mic, just imploring his team to make the field big and stretch things. Well, Susan von Songkham is in a wealth of space there. She can turn and face forward, but concedes a bit of territory. And it will be Dalton who looks forward instead. He's Rigby, the captain. Tries to thread the needle, but Alicio does well to thread it out through Stanich Floody. Quite high energy to begin this one. Both teams just trying to feel each other out. Nikki Flannery stretched the field well. Early ball searching over the top for Heyman, but Rigby can intercept. Johnston, the young player, just 18 years old, for her 4th start of the season. That pass is a little skinny and picked up well by Mackenzie. She's looking forward early for a good striding run from Devon Jackson. Nice cut back in on the inside foot. Early cross into the box. A strong punch away from Morgan Aquino. Van Sonkam has had to use her body well. Quite a flurry here. The start of this one, Milivojevic trying to create some space. Cuts and weaves, a little step over. Looks to get the cross in. And Liz Anton, the Kiwi international, tidying up, but Canberra are back in possession. What a frantic opening 5 or so minutes. Switched out through Bertolicio. Jackson, heavy contact from Izzy Dalton. This is this nice little move from Devon Jackson. Just opened up the hips and then cut back in. Good cross, asking a bit of Morgan Aquino, who's been excellent in goal for Perth this season. Oh, you hear that instruction from the sideline to Stanic Floody. Overhit it. And what a backdrop. Beautiful sunset at Macedonia Park. Stanic Floody does deliver. Looking for a green head. Gets a strike away. It's landed in the hands of Morgan Aquino. Well, it's quite the hurried start here at Macedonia Park. You sometimes see games like this start in a bit of a frantic measure before things settle in. Both teams looking to play a rather high attacking intensity football. There's another look at this free kick from Stanic Floody. Clough. She can play out through her American counterpart in Sarah Clark, who's been excellent for the green team since signing for Canberra United. Clough, long searching ball. Heyman can't quite settle, but the ball does find its way back to the feet of Chloe Lincoln. Bertolicio hugging the sideline. That first touch, second touch lets her down rather. Here's Kazada. Jackson, nice little touch around to evade Tash Rigby, and Devon Jackson can drive forward. She's got Cowart to beat. Releases Heyman. Little glancing look over the shoulder from Michelle Heyman. Tries to find the centering ball. And that's swept away from Perth just to relieve the pressure for half a second. And as mentioned, there will be a drinks break. One in each half of tonight's game, just given the heat. So quite impressive to see the intensity in which this one has started. Long searching ball from Lincoln. No green shirts on the end of it. Hannah Lowry's done well to bundle her way through. Trying to thread the needle, but it's back just as quickly in Perth hands. Nice little play from Canberra. Milivojevic helping forward for Flannery, who can drive forward. Nice centering ball to Michelle Heyman. And who else but the leading lady for the girls in green, Michelle Heyman, with her 11th goal of the season. She extends her lead at the top of the Golden Boot race. 105 goals in the Liberty A-League. And that is a flying start for Canberra United. Well, it was a swift move. And it had been end-to-end for these opening few minutes. Good give and go between Milivojevic and Heyman, but that ball out to Flannery. And the vision too from Flannery. That is a brilliant delivery. She's just put hesitation into the mind of Morgan Aquino, who's had to try and claim, but a perfectly timed run from Michelle Heyman, who checked her line, and as simple as you like, into the back of the net. That's a fine finish from the captain. Nice little help on from Sakalis, and Perth Glory, well, they'll be looking for a quick response here. Well, Heyman has been in flying form this season, but for a moment at the other end, here is Fonsonkamp, but dispossessed well by Bertolicio. Perth just happy to get their foot on the ball at the back of the park and try and build again. That's well read by Grove. Well, it had been quite the frantic opening 10 minutes here at Macedonia Park. Transitional football end to end. And what was a good move from Canberra. We've seen them do that all season. Not too much splitting possession at this point in time. Perth just edging the stat there, but not by a great deal. Bit of pressure applied from Heyman as Perth look to find a way through. Grace Johnston can drive forward, but Sasha Grove is there to tidy up, as she so often is. Nice touches from Fonsonkamp. Plows her way through, still has the ball. Two green shirts keeping her close attention. She might have been clipped there, and she was. Referee Rebecca Durcal saw enough, and it'll give Perth just an opportunity to set up, get some good bodies into the box. They'll need a good delivery on this free kick. Just a little overzealous between Milivojevic and Grove on that challenge. And it will be Fonsonkamp to deliver as well. Little bundle of bodies in the box. Delivery in, Fonsonkamp. Nodded up into space. Nikki Flannery can challenge. Stanic Fuddy looks to hook the ball away. Pressure relief for just a moment, but Perth are keen to move things on quickly. Heyman, she's nicked that well. She can drive forward, stream in past Dalton. You can hear the direction go straight to goal. She's looking for a green shirt. Drops back, and McKenzie can get a strike away. Not a bad one as well. Alex McKenzie, who has pushed a little further into midfield in recent games. Really just proving her versatility. Spent a couple of games in defence as well, but the 21-year-old is a utility to Negos Popovic's side, and in her 10th appearance in green tonight, looking to make an impact. Solid coming together. That'll be a good challenge ensuing across the night. Tash Rigby, Devon Jackson, two good, strong, athletic players. Long throw from Rigby is nodded away from Bertolicio. And Perth just looking for a bit of sustained possession. Searching for a response. Here's Sakalis, cut out well by Clark. Jackson. Combines well at the back with Bertolicio and Clark. Searching ball over the top, a crunching challenge. Physical from Cowett. That's that matchup we mentioned at the top of the game. Just Cowett, having played every minute at the centre of defence for Perth, and Michelle Heyman, well, the kind of form she's in, we've seen what she's capable of, but it will be a big challenge, of course. for anyone coming up the likes of Heyman. Well, passing accuracy a little lower on Perth Glory's side of things than what it is Canberra. But here Canberra just sitting back, trying to get their shape as Perth drive forward. Nice little back heel as Rigby looks for the inside pass, but it's read well on that occasion by Devon Jackson. That pass a little wayward from Heyman, but Grove can pick up and look to drive forward for Canberra. Clark being hustled by Kazada. Nice switch ball. Good touch too from Grove. Here's Flannery. Back to Clough. Well, quite an opening 15 minutes we've seen here at Macedonia Park. A little pull of the shirt from Bertolicio, and I think Izzy Dalton had fair reason to ask the question. Sakalis driving forward. Canberra with 3 shots to Perth's 0 at this stage, but here's an opportunity for Perth to get one away. The flight of the ball read well from Bertolicio again. Nice early release to Milivojevic. She sizes up the opposition, drives towards Jess Cowart. Little move onto the left foot. Cowart's read that well. Good defending by the experienced Philippines international Jess Cowart. You could see Vesna Milivojevic just picking her time, looking for the pass and then dropping the shoulder and trying to go around, but it was read well by Cowart. Perth just looking to drive their way out of space. They've done well there. Well done by Kazada to find from Songkam. She's looking forward. There's not too much in the way of purple shirts as an outlet. Here's Sakalis. Nice ball over the top, and Millie Farrow can drive down the left foot. Well, looks like she scuffed her own foot in on that shot. Those ones can be a little bit awkward. Good to see she's all right back on her feet. It was a good ball over the top. It's from Sakalis, quite the technician. Yeah, that's a lovely delivery, but that looked quite painful as she struck the turf before the ball. And those ones can really hurt. Clark under pressure from Kazada. Bit of an unconvincing clearance from Lincoln, but it's found the feet of Michelle Heyman, and long searching ball over the top. Aquino puts her boot through it. Well, Quinley Kazada has come back from an offside position there, so Canberra will get the free kick. Of course, it was Kazada who scored in their game last week. Although not enough that day, 3-1 they lost to Sydney FC. Clark with the switch. Long searching ball. Grove comes back to retrieve. Heyman, good link-up play. Perth Glory retreating, and Heyman can collect again. Drops back to Stanic Floody. Bertolicio, early ball into the box. Heyman does that so well, brings the ball down. Good challenge from Lowry. Hasn't quite been cleared by Perth. Milivojevic will get another chance. Ball driven into the box. All right, in every wave of emotion that you're picking up from the sidelines as well. Searching ball in the box, perhaps a little impatient from Canberra. And 20 minutes has elapsed in this first half. In fact, Perth had not conceded in the opening 15 minutes all year until this goal from Michelle Heyman. There's Rigby. Will be a Canberra throw. Rigby, she opts for possession. Perth can build again. Searching ball forward. Jackson again, puts the head down. Has Heyman for support. Switches out through Stanich, Floody and Flannery. Helped on, good overlapping run from Sasha Grove. First time ball into the box is picked up from Hannah Lowry. A challenge, a few shouts. Durkow has a look and Nikki Flannery is asking the question. But blink and you miss it as Perth Glory are back on the counter-attack again, just as fast as Canberra are turning back the other way. Really transitional, this opening passage this evening. See, picture in picture, the ball that came through, it was this one right there, the challenge from Songkham onto Flannery, that was the point in question. But Alicio, long ball forward. Heyman again the target. She can shape up. Nice reverse pass to Jackson. First time shot, and it will be a corner. But before that corner is taken, will be the first drinks break of the evening, as both teams quickly trot to the side for a drink of water. Still warm conditions persist at Macedonia Park. But if you missed it in the opening few minutes, well, it was a barrage of attack from Canberra United and none other than Michelle Heyman. You've got to say this Flannery-Heyman combination this year is on song. It was a lovely delivery into the path of Michelle Heyman. Oh, she is in flying form, isn't she? You can't argue that. And that will be one of the easiest finishes she has all season. Helped by the platter that Flannery put it on for her. Well, both teams just quickly getting in a few drinks. Still over 30 degrees in Perth. Very tough conditions to play in. Well, play will restart from the corner. A couple of bodies there. Stanich, Floody over the ball and Milivojevic, a short option. Just one Perth player going out for company. Ball into the box. Stanich, Floody. It was Heyman who was up. She rose above the rest, but couldn't redirect her header goalward. Take another look at that well delivered corner into the box from Stanich, Floody, who has really stepped up to take a lot of set pieces for Canberra this year. Perth throw. Johnston again, nodded away by Grove. It'll be a Canberra free kick. Cannon Clough at the centre of defence for Canberra has done a fantastic job all season. Couple of fouls for Perth, 3 for Canberra. As United look to get out of a bit of pressure. Perth are stepping high. There's Mackenzie. Drop of the shoulder, swivel one way and the other. Farrow not too far away. Grove can't thread a pass through. All the way back to Chloe Lincoln. And that clearance not too convincing. Again, read well by Bertolicio. She's done that a few times this evening already. Just read the flight of the ball really well. Managed to nip in. But the ball's landed back at the feet of Perth Glory. They can look to build up again. Cowart will drive into space. Long ball over the top is nodded away by Clark. Dalton trying to find a pass. Opts for the long searching ball and Clough's there to collect. Here's Jackson. Well, here's Kazada stepping in. What looked to be a solid challenge, but it will be a Canberra United free kick. You can hear what the Perth Glory fans think of that one. We'll get another look at it. Kazada gambled just like she was late to the challenge. Just collected that standing foot of Sarah Clark. It's a good ball out well wide. Bertolicio, nice early ball into Jackson. Pokes it through to Heyman. Jackson again gets the return. Looks to prod it into the back of the net. A prime chance for Canberra to double their lead. What was a really swift bit of play. Some beautiful football from Canberra United this evening. That one just lacking that final finishing touch. But you hear that from the sideline. Great football. The ball in from Bertolicio. Heyman back to Jackson. So close on that near post. A little overzealous in the challenge from Milivojevic. Sees Izzy Dalton go to ground. Picture in picture, just get a look at the challenge there. Izzy Dalton looking to take the space. Well, as you see, the stat at the top of your screen, Perth yet to get a shot away. Canberra with 6. That really speaks as well to the areas of the field that both teams are getting themselves into. Canberra United much more fruitful in the final third. Perth just struggling to create in that final passage, but here's a chance. Farrow. Bertolicio for company, but Perth can still stream forward. Izzy Dalton trying to find an answer, and Bertolicio goes to ground. Dalton's done well. Nice hooked ball into the box. Clough's first to it. Perth still with the ball. Threaded out beautifully to Fonsongkham. First time ball in. Lovely bit of play from Perth, and that's positive. That's much better from the Glory. Hannah Lowry pulling the strings in the middle of the park, and this pass out to Fonsongkham. Well, that's delightful. Just clears the head of a jump-in Nikki Flannery. And if Quinley Kazada's just half a step forward. Oh, what a great challenge this is between these two. Really shaping up to be quite a physical encounter. As mentioned too, very athletic, strong players. Do not take a backward step. Good speed, good strength shown by both players. It'll be a Canberra throw. No nonsense defending there by Jess Cowett. Clough searching for Flannery. Johnston's picked up possession and done well. Fonsongkham can drive forward. Tries to poke it through to Quezada, but Canberra have intercepted. Canberra take it all the way back through their goalkeeper, Chloe Lincoln. And now Perth start to apply the pressure. Clark looks for Mackenzie inside. That pass a little short. Zakalis, first time ball, searching in the middle. Farrow nods a little short. Had close attention of Cannon Clough, not too far away. But Zakalis, good vision to find an early cross into the box. Wasn't the first time ball indeed, but the second, but a good first touch to set herself up for the delivery from Zakalis. And Millie Farrow, well, we know she's a tireless worker up front for the Perth Glory. And this is evidenced through this hustling and hurrying. She has given away a foul in the process, but you see the kind of energy she brings to this side. And Stanage Floody. Just a bundle of energy. A little too much contact through the back of Clough there. Lowry does well. There's 3 green shirts around her, and she will pick up a free kick for that one. Hannah Lowry, the 20-year-old, wonderful technician. Really good in tight spaces too, but, well, when you've got 3 players around you, it's a bit of a sticky situation to get out of. 5 fouls apiece for each side. It's a good touch from Anton. Could have driven forward, but she's moved laterally, and it will be Cowett who looks for the long searching ball forward. Grove finds Flannery. Flannery early delivery, looking for Heyman, but falls to a purple shirt instead. Carlos has a good amount of space in front, eyes up, ball into the box. Farrow does really well to get the strike down. It's beautiful. It's a wonderful hit from Susan von Sonkam. And that is a delightful team goal from Perth Glory. Well, it's been transitional play all evening. And Perth had threatened on a couple of occasions, but on that one, make no mistake. The run from Sakalis really opened up space beautifully. The ball over the top, this first time touch, Millie Farrow take a bow. And this strike from Susan von Sonkam for her 4th goal of the season. Perth has levelled things up at Macedonia Park, and what a move that one is. Well, it's just delightful team play. Good quality on the delivery. Good first-time touch from Farrow. And how about that finish from Susan von Sonkam? Well, we have quite a game on our hands here at Macedonia Park. A goal apiece as Perth again are hurrying for another response. Here's Millie Farrow. A step over, eyes up to try and find an outlet pass. Scoops the ball into the box. Nodded away well by Clark. Rigby gets the head down. That cross to the far post. A little too much on that occasion. But you can't deny the quality of both goals this evening. This move from Perth. Well, this cross perhaps lacking a little quality on the final product. But the one prior, well, that's the kind of move that Alex Epakis will want to watch on repeat, because that was just lovely. Nicely read by Bertolicio. Good link-up play between Heyman and Milivojevic. McKenzie shows a little too much of the ball. Just allowed that first touch to get away from her body, and Sakalis nipped in, as she does so well. Little talking to from Rebecca Durkow to Alex McKenzie. And two wonderful technicians standing over the ball in both Lowry, and it will be Lowry, searching ball into the box, and that glancing header. Jackson with some chasing to do. Clearance only as far as Rigby. Good pressure from Kazada. Great physical presence. First time shot has come from Izzy Dalton, but she looks to the skies. You saw she was leaning just a little too much back on that occasion, and perhaps Bertolicio a bit lax, labouring on the touch. The cut back from Kazada was good. Great vision to find Dalton. But still quite a battle in the middle of the park. The game certainly hasn't lost its intensity. High energy being played from both sides. Here's Sakalis. Long ball over the top to Rigby, who's streamed forward. Jackson put under pressure by Sakalis, who's been a bundle of energy tonight. Well, pressure for Perth Glory forces the mistake from Devon Jackson, and it'll be a Glory throw. Good early throw too into Farrow. Back to Rigby. Rigby concedes a bit of territory. Back to her centre halves in Cowett and Liz Anton. Well, interesting. Final third entries really started to swing back in the favour of Perth. They started to have a bit more controlled attacking impetus as this half has worn on, as we tick over into 5 minutes just before half time. Still not much difference in possession. Pretty tightly contested across the field, and both teams giving away possession a little easily at times. That's a little too heavy-handed through the back of Sakalis there from Bertolicio. Just needs to slow her approach ever so slightly to avoid giving away those kind of free kicks. Here's Grove. Does well to find Heyman and Milivojevic, and back again to Heyman. Oh, it's a tempting pass. It's worked out quite well. Here's Bertolicio. Just assessing the options. Bertolicio cuts in on the right. Good ball into the box. I need to find Anton. But it's still with Canberra. Grove gets a strike away, but doesn't do so much to fuss Morgan Aquino. Sasha Grove, who is tireless at the back for Canberra United as well. A young Matilda. The only player, Sasha Grove, to have played all minutes this season for the team. A fantastic engine. There's 3 shots for Perth and 7 to Canberra. 3 of those Canberra shots on target. 1 shot on target for Perth, and that one found its way to the back of the net. Well, as half-time edges ever so closer. A big 45 minutes of football coming up on the other side. But still plenty of action here. Sasha Grove, good ball into the box. Milivojevic, the person you want at their feet, off the post. Perth can breathe a sigh of relief just in the shadows of half-time. That was another great move from Canberra United. Good footwork by Heyman. Just stops and props. Great underlapping run from Sasha Grove, and good centering ball. Well, if you want the ball to land to anyone's feet in the box, it is Vesna Milivojevic. Canberra still streaming forward. Pressure from Songkamp. Mackenzie will pick up a loose ball. Nice driving run from Flannery. Trying to find Heyman or Milivojevic. Here's Heyman. First time strike, and it's in the back of the net. Well, Canberra United, Michelle Heyman is inevitable. Another sweeping team move from Canberra United. Good 1-2 touch football. And just moments before half-time, Alex Mackenzie did really well to pick up a loose ball and find the run of Nikki Flannery. This first-time hit from Michelle Heyman, make no mistake, that's not an easy finish. She makes it look ever so simple. Just enough space between her and her opposition. A first-time finish. No one is stopping that strike. Canberra United have taken the lead just before half-time. Well, it's a long-range effort from Perth. Comfortably to the feet of Canberra United, but wow, Michelle Heyman extends her A-League goal record to 106 goals. 12 for the season. And it was a great team move as well from Canberra. Fourth official indicating there'll be 3 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this first half. What response can Perth Glory conjure here? Millie Farrow drops back to Rigby. Looping ball into the box, well handled from Chloe Lincoln. Good strong hands. Just looking to slow things down. Well, for a moment at least, because here's Stanich Floody driving forward. Well, Canberra United perhaps just looking to manage out this first half to take a 1-goal lead into the sheds at half-time, but a little wayward touch from Mackenzie has found Perth Glory back in possession. Seconds of stoppage time elapsed. What will be a well-deserved break for both sides at half-time. I've got to say, this first 45 minutes has been played at quite a rate of knots in very hot conditions. But the players don't look as though the conditions are what they are, but still 30 degrees at Macedonia Park and playing at quite an energy. Dalton switches out through Lowry and Anton. Lowry again. Von Sonkam has come deep to collect, and she can drive into space. Milivojevic closing down, looking for the long strike. Didn't quite get the purchase on that one she would have liked, but she's perfectly capable from those kind of distances, Susan von Sonkam. Well, 3 minutes of stoppage time is almost up. As Perth perhaps look just to see out the half, or one last attacking spray. Johnston, good sweeping ball into the box, but it will be a free kick to Canberra United, and there is the half-time whistle from referee Rebecca Durkow. And it's been an entertaining first 45 minutes, you've got to say, at Macedonia Park. Some good quality football we've seen from both sides. Competitive, physical challenges flying across the field. There was none other than Michelle Heyman who opened the scoring. Susan von Sonkam to equalise and Heyman to take the lead again. And here at Macedonia time at half-time, it's Perth Glory 1, Canberra United 2. Well, this was the first goal that opened things up in the game. A beautiful move from Canberra United, a great delivery from Nikki Flannery, and those two just on the same page. Those ones easier to score than they are to miss when you're getting that kind of service. And that thing's really got things flying for Canberra United. But this was a really good response from Perth Glory. An equally good move, classy touches, beautiful first-time finish from Susan von Sonkam on her left foot. That was some team goal. And not a bad way to equalise for the home side. And as they've done so often this season, Canberra United, they know how to score the goals. And we saw that yet again through none other than Michelle Heyman. In the week she's been recalled to the Matildas, it was his first time finish. Doesn't think twice, puts a boot through it. Oh, it was a wonderful finish. And Michelle Heyman with her 12th of the season. So as we have a little look at the halftime stats, again, across that first 45 minutes, really not much to give in possession, but really the total shots, Canberra United a bit more fruitful in the final third. 4 shots on target, just to Perth's 1, but the efficacy there for Perth is pretty impressive, 1 from 1. So a big 45 minutes coming up on the other side. We are off to a short break, but don't go anywhere. Plenty of excitement just on the other side of this break.
fans, second half is not too far away. How are we feeling out there? Are we doing all right? Are we ready to make some noise for the second half? Before we do, we've got 3 prizes for 3 lucky Glory fans. I've got 3 questions in my hand. All you have to do is pick the right answer. Are we ready? Here we go. Question 1. How many goals has Million Farrow scored for Perth Glory this season? Is it A, 4, B, 5, or C, 6? 6? Correct! Our first prize winner. Here we go. Glory fans, make some noise. We lost guys, there is problem now. Question 2. How many of these 6 goals have been scored here at Macedonia Park? Is it A5, B0, or C2?
Well, welcome back to the second half between Perth Glory and Canberra United at Macedonia Park. And fair to say, we were entertained across that first 45 minutes. 3 really quality goals, 1 for Perth, 2 for Canberra United. This, the first of them, I mentioned at the time, on what was a lovely sweeping move. This connection all season has been growing. Nikki Flannery, Michelle Heyman. And this up the other end, a delightful team goal. Good one-touch football. And Perth will be happy with that response. This was the 3rd goal of the game and the 2nd for Canberra United. None other than Michelle Heyman, finding the back of the net for the 12th time this season, just before the break. A great position for Canberra United to go into the sheds with. And a big half ahead at Macedonia Park as we get things back underway. No changes that we've seen just yet for either team, as Perth look for an early response and a good start into the hands of Chloe Lincoln. But it has been end-to-end. The first 45 minutes was exactly that, transitional football. Lots of counter-attacking play and good quality on the goals as well. Nice to see some really neat finishes as that pass is sent from Songkham forward. What will be a goal kick for Canberra United. And, well, Michelle Heyman with her 12th of the season. That's matching her 12 goals from last year with Canberra United, and with 12 goals already, 7 games to spare. Oh, she's in flying form. We mentioned off the top, of course, Heyman's been recalled back to the Matildas as part of the Paris Olympic qualification. 2-game series against Uzbekistan. One on the 24th, one on the 28th, but now all focus is on the A-League Women's. And Perth Glory looking for a response to get themselves back into this game to equalise again. It's been a difficult few weeks for Alex Apakis' side, not getting the results they haven't needed. And that will be a free kick for Canberra United. Of course, last week, Perth falling to Sydney FC 3-1 and Canberra United beating Melbourne City 3-1. So Canberra with a bit of momentum in what was a really good performance against the ladder leaders. Melbourne City, of course, still on top of the table. If the result stands as is for now and Canberra get the 3 points, they'll come off the foot of the table and leapfrog Adelaide United. And if Perth Glory win, they will push themselves up into 4th on the table. Keep it in touch with that top 6. And the last time Perth and Canberra played each other was earlier in the season in November at McKellar Park. That game, Perth came away with all 3 points on that occasion, 3-2 the score. And Canberra looking to exact the revenge on Perth's home territory. Is Sarah Clark. Bertolicio, nice tidy move from Canberra. Canberra happy to concede a bit of territory all the way back to young Matilda in Chloe Lincoln, a 19-year-old. A little scrappy these opening couple of minutes. Both teams' passes not quite sticking. Lindsay Dalton with a bit of strapping on that right knee. She was looking for the whistle on that challenge from Bertolicio. Grace Johnson can chase that one down. Canberra just trying to direct traffic on that one. Stanage Fuddy deemed to have fouled Hannah Lowry in the middle of the park. It will be a Perth free kick. Here's another look at that contact. Just around the corner there. Smart from Lowry, just knowing that contact is coming. Johnston looks inside for Kazada. Picked up well from Milivojevic. Nice touch around. Good strength from Michelle Heyman. She can drive forward. Anton up to task. And Morgan Aquino has come well off her line to collect. And Liz Anton defended very well there. It was good strength shown by Heyman, and well done too from Milivojevic, sorry. But Anton did well just to regather a bit of ground. Michelle Heyman, at 35 years young, continues to threaten. Sounds as though first substitutes for the evening are being prepared on the sideline. Anton driving forward. Looking for a ball over the top. It's fallen kindly to Fonsonkan, but she's lost it under her own stride. Milivojevic has tumbled over, and it will be a first change of the evening. Canberra turning to the bench, the first team to make a move, and it will be Nikki Flannery making way in the 52nd minute for Sophia Christopherson, in what is her 15th appearance of the season. Been involved and used heavily, sometimes starting, others like today off the bench for the 19-year-old. Of course, she got her first goal of the season too. And as a rapid player, Christopherson, she'll be looking to make an impact. I imagine a direct swap for Flannery, just to utilise and exploit that speed and space in behind. Good searching ball over the top, coming into Aquino. Will be a free kick, I believe, to Morgan Aquino. Heyman with a bit of contact through the shoulder. Just checking to see that Aquino is okay. She looks to be in a bit of pain. And she will need a bit of attention here. Here's another look. Sweeping ball over the top. Michelle Heyman closing down. She's just collected through on that shoulder. And that's a really sore one for Aquino. Just a little bit late there from Heyman. Heavy through the shoulder of Aquino, who's put her body on the line. No malice meant in the challenge, but a heavy coming together through a shoulder, and Alex Epakis is having some stern words with the fourth official. So as though the physio is suggesting just to hold off. Of course, if Morgan Aquino does need to make way, it'll be Sally James, very capable second goalkeeper on the bench for Perth Glory this evening. Hasn't played this season. It's been Aquino who's held her position tightly between goals. She had a fantastic season so far, Aquino, but Sally James too, very capable goalkeeper. 21 years old, former young Matilda. She came across this season from Melbourne City. But given the form of Aquino, Sally James has been waiting and biding her time on the benches. This does not look good for Aquino. We'll just have a quick look back at the goals from the first half. This is the first from Canberra United. Easy tap in into the back of the net. And the response from Perth, a really well-worked team goal. You can look at this one on repeat time and time again. And the third was yet another from Michelle Heyman and Nikki Flannery. That combination just proving so fruitful this season. And this is really not good signs for Morgan Aquino. Seems to be in a fair bit of distress, and well, she's one of 4 players who have played all minutes for Perth Glory, but that now changes as Sally James makes her debut for the club. And we do wish Morgan Aquino all the best. Do hope she's okay and that's nothing too serious through that right shoulder. Well, Sally James, as I mentioned, came across from Melbourne City. 19 appearances across the Liberty A-League. As we see confirmation of that change. But this, her first appearance in purple, or should I say pink, but for the purple of Perth Glory. Important minutes for Sally James. And that first touch, I have to say, a little unconvincing. Sometimes those moments, those lulls in play can either revitalise a team or slow a team down a little bit. So interesting to see the response from both sides here. The evening just starting to cool down, but still very warm at Macedonia Park. The sun's dipped behind the stadium and just playing under the lights. It's a good challenge from Milivojevic. But Perth quickly regained possession. Is Johnston. Ball forward to Kazada. Clough just closing the space. Kazada, early ball into the box. First time shot from Farrow. Who scuffed the first attempt. Second attempt, she can't hook her boot around it. The attacking impetus is there from Perth. Kazada just looking to create a bit of space for herself, and Millie Farrow got there first. You can see setting up on the goal kick now. Perth have started high, just asking the question of Canberra to try and play out should they dare. Lincoln opts for the long ball. Perth are going to press high here. Possession still not too much in it. Heyman finds Stanic Floody. Now Milivojevic. Looks to link in the fresh legs of Christopherson. Canberra throw. Here's Milivojevic again. Searching for a cross into the box, but Grace Johnston has continued to work hard this evening. First touches for Sally James will be important. Heyman nips in. Just a bit stuck in this top corner at the moment. Grove pulls out of congestion as Farrow does well to close down. She gets a return pass, sizes up Sarah Clark, cuts inside, release pass to Sakalis, helps on. Perth looking for a ball into the box, first time effort, forces the save from Lincoln. Almost caught sleeping, but what was a very good save from Chloe Lincoln. Nice footwork from Fonsongkham, but equal to the task is Sasha Grove. Just uses her body well, and that's tidy defending. That pass asking a little much of Christopherson. Well, Rigby had made a great burst-in run forward, and that first-time strike did have Chloe Lincoln just a little worried. Talented young goalkeeper up to the challenge, though. Well, Perth have certainly come back into this second half. I mentioned late in that first that they hadn't had a shot on target, with the exception of the one that found the back of the net. And how that story is just starting to swing back into a level playing field. 3 shots on target for Perth, 4 for Canberra. It's good defensive discipline from United, holding their line there, just forcing the offside from Perth. And Canberra first to turn to their bench tonight. Long searching ball over the top. Tash Rigby has done well. Caught a little deflection off Jackson, and it will be a Perth throw. Farrow can pick that up in the middle of the park. But a little too handsy there around Milivojevic, and it will be a Canberra free kick. It was a good driving run, but good use of the body by Milivojevic, and that will be a free kick every day of the week. Just under 30 minutes of regulation time to play. No doubt both coaches will turn to their benches a little more on a hot afternoon. There will be another drinks break in this second half as well. Clark looking for the long ball. And that one glides over the byline. There is Alex Aparkas just having a chat with his bench players down, warming up for Perth Glory. Well, Sally James pushing players up, not looking to play short. Grace Johnston just providing an option. She will have a bit of company in Christopherson and Mackenzie rather. That's a great ball over the top. Millie Farrow in stride. Cuts back in on her left. Nice little touch to disrupt play from Clark. She's so good at reading those moments. Now Canberra can look to build again. Jackson trying to combine with Milivojevic. Canberra have come away with possession. It's Grove. Cuts inside. The run of Heyman is an option. Round the shoulder, Heyman. Can she keep it in? No. It's gone over the line, and it will be a Perth Glory goal kick. But nonetheless, when they go forward, they do so with pace. Canberra starting that defensive shape fairly high. It's a nice ball. Good engine from Rigby. The overlapping run needs some more numbers in the box. Rigby with a ball to the far post, but there isn't a purple shirt. Fonsongkham just on a different line there. Perth just trying to lock Canberra United in here. That's a wayward touch from Alex McKenzie. She's done well to regain possession. Hooks it away just to relieve the pressure. And Grace Johnson will just ferry that one out. Here's Anton picking the pass to Johnson. First time round the corner to Kazada. Clever, and she can face forward, but that pass asking a little much of Johnston, who has worked tirelessly tonight for Perth. Just feels a little haphazard at the moment. A couple of passes being forced forward, perhaps when they're not on. That's good combination play though from Perth. Lowry thought about the ball forward and opted for safety, just connected with Cowart, who will drive into space. Little dink over the top. Clough up to the challenge, had to be as well. Well, Perth players just asking the question. Hannah Lowry did go to ground. It sounds as though there will be a change on the sideline. This is a look at the dink over the top. Clearance from Clough. Well, here we are, having a look at the changes. It will be Georgia Cassidy coming on and Grace Johnson, who, as I was just mentioning, did work tirelessly tonight. Georgia Cassidy, the 19-year-old, this is her 16th appearance for the season, so played a lot of football at Perth Glory. And Izzy Filletta, just her 4th appearance in purple this year, the 23-year-old. Bit of a utility player, Izzy Filletta. Can play anywhere across the back line, pushes up into the midfield as well. There's confirmation of those changes. Georgia Cassidy too, the 18-year-old. She's impressed with her minutes at the club. Nonetheless, a couple of sets of fresh legs to try and inject some energy into this Perth Glory side. Well, speaking of energy, there is someone who never stops running in Tash Rigby. Driving forward, trying to get anything on the end of that. Sophia Sakalis, who made way for Izzy Filletta. She too was excellent tonight. Well, Filletta actually spent a bit of time at Canberra United as well. And now Perth Glory. That's a handy ball over the top. Clough alert to the challenge. There's a heavy coming together of bodies at the top of the 18-yard box there. Still a couple of players down. Cannon Clough and Quinley Kazada both on their haunches. Rebecca Durkow does blow the whistle. Cannon Clough just holding on that right knee. Looks a little uncomfortable. And Quinley Kazada back up on her feet. Oh, drinks break here for this second half as concerning signs, seeing Cannon Clough just pointing to that right knee. The physiotherapist just testing out that knee. You never like to see it, but she does look to be okay. You hope just a bit of contact. Nothing too sinister there. Well, Clough has been excellent for Canberra, not just tonight, but for the season, playing in a position that she hadn't previously at the centre of defence. Well, that does not look good. Canberra's physiotherapist Julian Russell-Jones just signalling for a change to the bench. And Clough as an experienced player at the heart of defence for the green team. Well, that's going to be a big change at the back for Negos Popovic. So welcome back to the field, Emma Ilioski. Her 10th appearance for the season. Of course, she went down a few weeks back with the ankle injury. Made really good recovery from that injury, and great to see her back out on the field, the 21-year-old. And two, it will be Maddie Whittle in just her 5th appearance of this season. And Devon Jackson making way for Whittle. Jackson, who's worked really hard tonight as well. Some good physical battles down that wing against Captain Tash Rigby, and we know that Maddie Whittle is a sprightly player, good speed as well. So again, another set of fresh legs, and both coaches having turned to the bench. Well, I've got an interesting 20 minutes ahead. Just keep an eye on things for the next couple of minutes to see how Canberra reshuffle at the back. Clough having gone off, but for now, here's Grove. Energy to burn, driving forward, connects really well with Milivojevic, who loses the ball under her stride. And that's a lovely turn from Hannah Lowry. Thought about the release pass, but it wasn't quite on. Opted to keep possession instead. Well, it looks as though Emma Ilioski has just slotted in front of the defensive line in midfield there, perhaps alongside Stanic Floody. It looks to be a Perth free kick. Well, Hannah Lowry standing over the top of it, the in-swinging left boot. A delightful left foot that Lowry has. Good numbers in the box. Hannah Lowry with the delivery. Hooked away, not quite cleared yet by Canberra, and then it is poked away by Ilioski, but Lowry will get another chance. Right foot along the surface. A little unconvincing, and Perth will get yet another chance to load up an option into the box. Almost falls the whole way through. Still not cleared yet by Canberra. Farrow hustling, Lowry again. Tension building here for Canberra. And Lowry trying to dance her way around a few green players. Here's Folletta, towed away from Milivojevic. She glances forward. Canberra looking to stream numbers away. That ball asking a bit too much of Christopherson. She's fast, but perhaps not quite that fast. Here's Coward. Long searching ball over the top. Finds the feet of Clark, and Bertolicio can begin again. Here's Ilioski. Canberra throw. Coward. Cassidy with one of her first touches. Well, she's a confident young player, Georgia Cassidy. Very happy to get on the ball. Very comfortable on the ball too. Looks forward, searching for an option. Sweeping ball over the top. Clark's there. Little helps on, but to no one in particular. Just relieving the pressure at the moment. Switch from Anton. Again, Perth have gone long. Oh, this is Farrow. Just constantly pushing, constantly hustling. She's not happy with something, having a chat to Rebecca Durkow, but it will be a Perth corner. Well, they've managed to score off 2 corners this season so far, so hasn't been the most prolific of set pieces for the Glory. The in-swinging left foot of Hannah Lowry. Well, she's gone short. Von Sonkam cuts inside. Heavy challenge, and it will be a free kick. Looks like just outside the 18-yard box. A yellow card for Mary Stanich-Floody, and it is just on the edge of the 18-yard box. Fascinating. We'll have another look at this one. It's a great driving run right on the line. Susan von Sonkam, a brilliant drop of that right shoulder. And Perth players remonstrating with the referee, suggesting that it was inside the box. I don't think Rebecca Durkow is going to shift on this one. Nonetheless, a dangerous position for Perth to line up this free kick, and unsurprisingly, Hannah Lowry and Susan von Sonkam, 2 set-piece specialists, standing over the ball. You wonder if Lowry's going to look to go direct. Lots of players in the box. If you look at in and around Chloe Lincoln, lots of bodies on the line there. Lowry, first time ball in, tricky one to deal with. It's glanced away, but it will be a goal kick. Well, this one's ticked over into the final 15 minutes of play. A really difficult one for players and a goalkeeper to deal with. A ball lashed in low and in amongst a lot of traffic. Confirmation of that yellow card to Mary Stanich-Floody for the challenge on Susan von Sonkam. And Chloe Lincoln happy to get her players up and tucked in. Well worked there by Chloe Lincoln and Sasha Grove, and Grove can drive into space. Good ball swept into Milivojevic. Perth look to break quickly. Lowry runs into danger. It's back with Heyman on a hat-trick. Looking for an option. Stanich-Floody. What can she produce? Just on the edge of the 18-yard box. It's lumped away from Perth Glory. It's a good physical challenge between Kozada and Ilioski. It looked like both players going into a very strong challenge. Neither player taking a backward step. But it will be a Canberra free kick. And here we have another change coming through, and it will be a debut tonight for Lillian Skelly, the 16-year-old junior Matilda, who came from the Crookwell Soccer Club, was her junior club. Just 16 years old, signed late for Canberra, late last year rather, and she'll be taking the place of Tegan Bertolicio, who has worked very hard this afternoon for Canberra. But a big congratulations to Lillian Skelly on her debut. What a wonderful moment for the 16-year-old. You can see all smiles, a special occasion. Well, that foul count has certainly increased into this second half. It has been physical at times. Kane. Long ball. Didn't quite have the leverage, but Whittle is looking to recycle. Up and under from Canberra into the box. Half-hearted shouts for a penalty. Rigby just looking to sweep clear. Farrow's done well. Can turn and face. Just needing a bit more support is Millie Farrow. There's confirmation of that substitute. Lillian Skelly in her debut at just 16 years old. Lowry can drive into space. Nice ball to find the run of Rigby. Hooking ball into the middle of the park, and Kazada lost it in flight, it seemed. First couple of touches for Skelly, but it's seen out well from Izzy Filletta for a Perth corner. Bit of an up and under cross into the box, and don't know quite that Quinley Kazada thought that was going to come down to her in the way that it did. Georgia Cassidy to take the corner for Perth. Lovely long delivery, head of Rigby, and it's just wide. Not far off. And Cassidy plenty capable on set pieces, and what was a relatively uncontested header. Well, that touch has worked out well. Canberra can stream forward. Cowart looking assured at the back. Well, Perth have really come back into this half. Now surpassing shots. 11-9. Still Canberra with the one more on target. Canberra with 4 shots on target. Perth with the 3. Izzy Filletta not quite able to get that one under control. It'll be a Canberra throw.
Check your line, nines. Check your line. It's high, don't be offside.
Well, Canberra just sitting back into their shape, inviting that run and the long ball of Perth Glory. Looking over the top for Farrow, who does well to keep possession. And well and truly into the final 10 minutes of regulation time. Whittle looks to hook it away only as far as a purple shirt, and Cassidy can connect with von Songkamp, who's been excellent on her return to the starting side for Perth Glory. Cassidy, long sweeping ball, little awkward for Chloe Lincoln, but she's off her line well. Kazada wasn't too far away. Long ball from Lincoln. Skelly with a little header that's nodded on, only as far as it goes back to Sally James, who hasn't had a huge amount to do since she's come on from Morgan Aquino. Well, a turn of speed there from Lillian Skelly, if you weren't familiar with the name. He may be soon. Here she drives forward again. Back heel from Milivojevic. Skelly looks up. Early ball into the pass to Michelle Heyman. She does manage to get a foot to it, but Sally James collects comfortably. Well, Perth needing a response here should they wish to equalise, which I imagine they do. Anton driving forward. Dalton needing a bit of width and finds it through Rigby. First time pass to Farrow. Farrow just trying to create some space. She's done well, just traversing the field, heavy contact. And as she gets to her feet, she is shown a yellow card. Well, she was just looking for an outlet, couldn't find the pass she needed. And it was the late challenge coming through on Skelly that she's picked up that yellow card for. A little rueful shake of the head. Millie Farrow, she has worked very hard tonight for Perth. Glancing header over the top into the grateful hands of Sally James, and Perth will look to build once more. 5 minutes of regulation time. That pass a little narrow. Cassidy can open up. Folletta. Solid challenge from Grove. Mackenzie. It was Mackenzie dropped back into that defensive line for Cannon Clough since she went off, and that's a bit of a wayward pass from Sarah Clark, the American. A little hand of apology too, uncharacteristic from her. There's a feeling of now or never for Perth. Well, yet again, Sasha Grove is there to tidy up. So full of running. Driving forward again. She's got Heyman inside. Bit of space in front. Cuts back in, just waiting for a few more. Heyman, touch off the chest. First time strike. Looking for the far post. For a moment, Perth Glory players thought Heyman had drifted into an offside position, but standing alone and unmarked, she did well here. Just lost her mark. Look at that. Not offside, just in space. Has done really well, all but the shot. I think surely that would have secured things up for Canberra, if not already. With 3 minutes of regulation time remaining. Lincoln, long ball. Snotted back to Sally James. Or Perth are going to have to move here. Here's Kazada. Folletta. Anton. And Coward with the distribution. Again, looking for the run of Farrow. Rebecca Durkow, the referee, just signalling that came off the arm of Millie Farrow. If you're wondering what the free kick was for. And Chloe Lincoln will just tick away at the seconds as best she can. It's fallen well to Skelly. He's got Folletta to beat. She finds Grove. Back to Skelly. Toes it back to Grove again. Ilioski picks up the ball in the middle of the park neatly. Mackenzie searching ball forward. And Whittle can give chase. A couple of Glory players appealing for a handball, but nothing gives from the referee. It is a goal kick nonetheless. And the final minute of regulation time. There's a shout for the handball and Maddie Whittle. Helped on for Perth. It's going to be 5 minutes of stoppage time added to the end of this one. So a nervy 5 minutes for Canberra and a big 5 minutes for Perth. Heyman's picked up possession. Releases Skelly, asking a bit much of Milivojevic. Well, now or never for Perth. James plays short to Cowart and Cassidy too. Perth are going to need to be in their attacking half should they want to find an equaliser. And again, should the result stand in this final 5 minutes, a win for Canberra sees them off the foot of the table, leapfrogging Adelaide United. And for Perth, a loss has them in 7th, but here's an opportunity driving forward for Millie Farrow. Ducks and weaves, gets the shot away, blocked well. Canberra just managed to prod it away, but nervy moments. Head in her hand from Millie Farrow. Well, it's a great opportunity, well blocked by Mackenzie, and that is a brilliant strike in the dying moments of this game. As Perth Glory equalise and celebrate with their home fans. And here's the strike that's come through from Izzy Dalton on her right foot. She has cleared out the cobwebs. And it's 2-2 at Macedonia Park. Well, what a wonderful strike from Izzy Dalton, her first of the season. A beautiful finish. Well, it's a 13th appearance tonight for the team and just her 9th start. Quinley Kazada takes a well-deserved rest on the bench, and well, that's heartbreak for Canberra if they can't peg one back. But a late response for Perth Glory. And the quality of finishes tonight has been superb. Here's Farrow driving forward, looking to release the fresh legs of Abby Green. Chloe Lincoln under pressure. A couple of sets of fresh legs have come on in this time for Perth. Abby Green, the number 17, the 21-year-old, just her 4th appearance for Perth, and what is an A-League debut for Clara Huarau, the 16-year-old. Incredible moments, good hands from Chloe Lincoln. Two minutes of stoppage time remain here at Macedonia Park. 2 goals apiece for Perth and Canberra. And you can hear it's lifted the energy of the crowd. Canberra back with possession. Here's Mackenzie. Falletta. Perth still driving forward, looking for a winner. Tash Rigby, none other than There's 60 seconds remain of stoppage time. Chloe Lincoln hoofs that well and truly up the other end of the field. Now it's Canberra's turn to drive forward. That's a lovely turn from Milivojevic. Heyman returns to Milivojevic, asking for the pen, not getting it. She slams the turf in frustration. Michelle Heyman remonstrating with Bec Durkau. They're not happy about it, Canberra. It was a lovely through ball from Heyman. Milivojevic asking for the contact from Tash Rigby. But this game is well and truly ticking away before our very eyes, and what an excitement and excitable way to finish this one, should I say. And now the 5 minutes of stoppage time has elapsed. It's all in the hands of Rebecca Durkau as to how many more minutes or seconds remain. Mackenzie, one last foray forward for Canberra. A swivel. Mackenzie evades the oncoming Hannah Lowry. Knocked convincingly away from Perth. And still time ticks by. Cowart looks to clear. Green connects with Lowry, and a little glance at the watch from Durkau, the referee. And there is the full-time whistle as Rebecca Durkau calls 90-plus minutes on this evening's match. Well, it started in a frantic fashion. It finished in a frantic fashion. 4 goals across the course of the evening, and 4 quality goals at that. Michelle Heyman opening the scoring. Susan von Sonkam squaring things up. Heyman getting things in front again. And Izzy Dalton in the dying moments of the game, squaring things here at Macedonia Park as it finishes Perth Glory 2, Canberra United 2. Well, there certainly were some highlights from this evening's matches. We have another look yet again at this beautiful move from Canberra United. Much more fluidity about them in the first half, you'd have to say. And these kind of finishes, just evidence of that. Nikki Flannery finding the run, finding the feet of Michelle Heyman. But the response equally as impressive from Perth Glory. 1 and 2 touch football. Little moments of individual quality. This touch from Farrow, this finish from von Sonkam. Well, that is pretty to watch, and it was a beautiful equaliser. And not long before then, none other than Michelle Heyman, in her 12th of the season, finishes this with aplomb. Makes it look simple, makes it look easy, and again, it's the connection between Nikki Flannery and Michelle Heyman. 3 first-half goals, and this late in the second half in what had been an arm wrestle of a second 45 minutes, and that is a wonderful strike. Nothing Chloe Lincoln could have done about that one. Izzy Dalton coming to square things level here at Macedonia Park. And points this evening cannot be separated. A point each for Perth and Canberra as the two sides have to